Ow, what like, hello, Rob Sleeping to build long par 45, haven't forgotten the number in a while or the name of it. This is the rear lower cover. I'm dressed up with a very long scarf on today, which anyone who's anyone would know why. But anyway, rear lower cover, there are 4 screws on the table, and for this, unfortunately, you have to lean the 3D printer on its side if you're going to do it by yourself.
That's shown there.
Because you have to put screws in from the bottom, because they didn't think well enough to put screws in from the top, which would be easier to embed the holes. So basically what you have a problem with this one is when you line up one side, like that, you have to bring the other side in a bit. But also you have to be careful not to lean on any of the rest of it because it is rather fragile, and this is only a cheap piece of plastic. And that's thin metal which will bend down away. So
you also got to be careful not to overdo the screws because it's only
because it's thin plastic.
Thin bit of plastic, isn't it?
Yes. So
you put it behind
your first milestone.
Other side as well.
Your first milestone, like I was saying, is to try and find the first hole.
Now, if I give you a possible idea, you might be able to do that. Put the screw through the hole first.
Yeah, I've already found the hole, but you can tell our audience how to fucking do it. I mean, we might edit that bit.
Definitely have to edit that bit.
Not my fault.
Yes, it is. Put the screw through the hole first.
Yeah, I'm just going to slowly slid the screw down to the table so I don't drop it. And get my screwdriver out of my pocket, where the doctor's one should be. Although he now has that stupid sunglasses, and I still don't like them.
Yeah, take the plastic away. See it to be easier to do it with. Put the screw straight through the hole first.
Step 1. Put screw on screwdriver and then become a balancing act. Step 2. Put screw into screw hole. Step 3. Find hole with plastic.
That's it. And then gently start to do it up a little bit.
Yes, you don't want to go too far, otherwise when it comes to lining it, you're going to have a right pain in the proverbial rear bar.
That's it. I'll see if we can possibly get the other top one done now.
Side. Yes. So, step 2, or 3, whichever step I'm now blooming on. Let's say step 56.
0.9.
0.27.
593.
3.1415.
6.
Alright, just you went one pi further than me. Guess I know where all the pi now.
Yeah, I don't care. 3.1415, yeah, whatever. Would you like me to come and give you a little hand?
I would. This is rather fiddly and you might need a spare pair of talking hands.
Right. Is that about right?
Nope, that's too low.
Push the screw.
Push the screw.
Is that it?
Yep.
Wow.
Like we said, it's like incredibly fiddly.
So you should, in theory, be able to do these two up now.
Yes. This is like the world's most fiddliest job ever because
I was going to adjust the camera a little bit because it's a little bit far out there.
as you can probably tell them, I mean this whole thing shifted forwards the whole doing there. It's quite tight to move that.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you have to undo all the screws on the bottom there and
Take the whole bar off.
no, and loosen them and then.
Yeah. But anyway, we have done
That
it.
should now be square.
Oh, and yes, you could also just remove these screws, remove the bond, and then put the bond back on. That's just too much.
I don't think they put this together in the right order,
They
really.
didn't put in the right order at all.
I think it could be done a lot better.
But now you should have no problem getting the rest of your screws in. I say you should do because this is a stupid piece of plastic, and it's really going to have every problem. Also, if you actually feel the top of these and you're putting screws in, now again you can feel the screw holes stop jabbing in the fingers.
See, I'm looking at that thinking, yeah, I don't like the way they've done that.
I don't like it because
that's sat off, which would show that when we get a bit closer, we'll show that.
when we stand it back up at the end, you can see that it's a good mil or two.
It's quite.
It's a good mil or two off the ground, off the rest of the base.
Yeah, see, I'd have done indented holes at the other side so sinks down and have a slightly larger head screw.
Yeah.
Oh, he's having trouble.
Like I said, you should have no problems getting these screws in, but it's a stupid piece of
What you
crap.
should and what you shouldn't. Two different kettles of fish.
What you should and what you shouldn't. Don't you mean like
What you should and shouldn't have. Well, you know, what
yeah,
you
fair enough.
should get. It's not necessarily what you are going to get, is it?
Yeah.
You should have no trouble, but you probably will. Cool, I think. By Jove, you might have it.
I can feel the screw now sticking through my finger.
Just leave your finger there, it'll be alright.
Alright.
Right, now, if Dean would like to... Right, I wonder if we can zoom this at the same time. Yeah, we can, there we go. Let's have a look at the edges. Now, can you lift it for us? We've got to be quick. That's it. Yeah, so you can see an edge.
If you actually look from the top, you can actually see these holes now on the top. But anyway, that is the end of part 45. Part 46, David will be doing something or another. We'll see you soon.